Welcome to another Men of War Assault Squad commentary. Another 3v3 with me, Morris Knighty, Cogsmith and Stickerovitz, and we will be playing as a Japanese. And I believe this map was called Town something. Town something. It's a really big map again. Just to show you the big maps. And this map basically is a big city, and the flanks are fields, so there are good options for flanking. And I'm sorry for the previous video ending so abruptly. I really forgot the time, or not the time, but when the movie was ending. And again, as in the Bakash video that I casted, it's really important to capture the center first before your enemy. And I can already tell you that one thing that our enemies, the center enemy, did wrong was actually not sending any infantry. Perhaps he was a new player. So it's better to just buy something infantry direct instantly when you come in the game, and send them to a point, and you can think while your guys are running, since it takes a few seconds to figure out what to do. And when you're playing on for this map, for instance, if you give your opponent time, it will be really hard to dislodge him from positions such as these towns, as you will see. Positioning units here in these buildings would enable them to fire at people capping, see people capping, and you have to kill them before you can cap, really. Otherwise they will kill you. And yeah. So basically on these city maps, it's better to run straight forward into the center and get your entire squad killed. Perhaps not get it killed, but to at least let the enemy know that you're there. I basically can just run around my guys and like look at the trees and look at the nice culture of this map. And not a lot of hills. There's some height differences, of which you can see it's on the bottom to the right. There's an altitude difference from the sea level. I put this sandbag there to give some cover from the sides. And that armored car, or those armored cars that will spawn, will really be a big trouble for Cogsmith, or he will have trouble with them. What he should have done, instead of just driving around, when I buy armored cars on this map, or at least in vanilla Men of War, I bought them to counter something, such as a heavy tank, perhaps that's perhaps on the flank, there on the left flank. And I basically just come out of the city like lightning something, and just surprise them on the flank and shoot them. That's the basic idea behind the armored cars on this map, in my opinion. But he just ran around looking for something and got himself ambushed instead by Stickerovitz tank. I actually bought my tank to counter that armored car, since I believed it was attacking the center. And as you can see, there are some great positions for mortars and self-propelled mortars, we'll call them that. And for my next video, I will try to capture some in-game sound for your entertainment, of course, so you don't have to listen to my voice all the time. And here Stickerovitz manages to capture the enemy's heavy machine gun. and tow it away. And here I got some spotters that can see the tank, so I'm not putting my guys in jeopardy. So I'm telling him to lie down, so he has no chance of seeing them unless he has infantry, which he doesn't. And there you see the mortar again, firing like 4 shots in one. Quite the pain for infantry, but he hasn't got any infantry, so why should he care? And what he bought was a Crusader AA, which is a Crusader with a 20mm gun on it. 2 20mm guns on it. Quite effective at killing light infantry and light cars and infantry and some more infantry. And what else? Oh yes, infantry and mortar cars. I will make some bad decisions during this game, actually. I admit I will make some bad infantry, some bad things. Usually on this map you should buy some anti-tank infantry, because they are really good when running around in these cities behind all the corners. And here I tell my tank to shoot by himself, but he fails, and I hate him for it. And the 80 infantry is really good. In Vanilla Men of War I usually got Panzer Grenadiers when I played Germany, and they totally wreak havoc, killed all infantry that came in their path in the city, and then surprised, I don't know how it could surprise them, but it surprised people that they would run out onto fields and destroy tanks. That's one fun thing I like to do in these maps. Sneak a single rocket guy around the flanks and kill stuff. Here I'm just shooting straight into the town to kill something. And I will try to do this later on with some kamikazes. And we'll have to see how that plays out. And I can tell, or I can give a tip to Cocksmith if he watches this later on. Since we got the church, which is often contested by the enemy, or should be contested, we can actually push, if you watch the map now, up and to the right into that point and flanking everything got there. And also the reinforcement he may get from friends. So that's one thing he could have done, and I'm not saying he did wrong. He's holding his position. And here I buy a AT gun and a half track, so I can move around my anti-tank gun a lot, which is quite important on these maps. Like the Germans did in real life, moving around your units a lot to be able to defend the fatherland. So yeah, right now I'm just positioning my different, and here you see a big fun thing. Since I haven't got any anti-tank infantry, since I did some crappy moves, he has the chance to destroy my mortars, but I don't get it. He didn't. He could have ran over them and they would have exploded, but he didn't. He went for this half track, which or something. He he got himself killed, and yeah, a really bad trade-off. If I were him, I would have just driven onto that street, not turning into the mortar cars, and just fired at the mortar cars, killed them, and then ran off, escaped. I would have been really happy about it. Like, Ponjo. That's fun part of this map is that you can pawn people with light vehicles and light infantry and stuff. Why do I keep saying light infantry? Infantry, oh, anti-tank infantry and stuff. Yeah. So I buy another armored car so I can tow that anti-tank gun around. But I will actually abuse my armored car with some funny tactics. Funny light vehicle tactics. And here I put a guy in a hole in our defense so we can see it. Actually, it wasn't a hole in our defense, but I say this. And here my opponent is attacking. It's quite futile to only attack with infantry, since I got mortars. If I were him, I would have actually tried the armored car approach again, since it worked out so well. And as you can see, I haven't bought an AT infantry yet, or haven't bought it at all. I got this anti-tank gun, but you can dodge bullets with your armored car. So that's what he should have done, perhaps. What did? Destroy the mortars, harass the crap out of me, and just take the point. Sounds easy, and it is easy. He just isn't doing it. Yeah. Now there's not a lot going on. And there you see Achilles and Achilles. Here I'm basically just finishing off this crumble so they won't repair it. Basically the what did it call? Commonwealth. They got some great tanks for facing the Japanese, since their Churchills can take quite a lot of anti-tank shots. So they could really have pushed in the center. Churchill is equivalent of a mortar, I would say. So they should have done that. Could have done. I'm not saying it will work. It could have worked. At least work better than what's not working now. Here you see Cogsmith attacking. Futile attempts to kill the enemy. And I'm actually clicking on something else at this point, so I'm not watching the replay. A real bad joke. Commentator, that is. Very bad commentator. And here I'm trying to do some crazy stuff with infantry. This guy does exactly what you should do. He has he has infantry in the bushes that will spot my guys before they can reach him. So yeah, he survives. Actually, my guy survived too by some weird faith or something. I don't say fate. Actually, this failed attack will have a great effect. He will, at least he will later move his Firefly and Achilles, or their Firefly and Achilles, to the upper flank, to Stigrevit's flank. And if you look just strategically on the map, that if they push Stigrevit's back, that will leave them with an exposed flank into the city. If they push Cogsmith, that flank is not as big and less hazardous, I believe. I would say this. Yeah, it is. And if they do push back Cogsmith, they could have attacked the center. But usually they don't think that way. They like, nothing works, what to do, I don't know, cry, rage quit or something, I don't know. Or at least these guys keep attacking. That's fun. That's just plain fun. And I mean it. It's fun. I'm tired of rage quitters. Had enough of them. And the Achilles takes out Stigrevit's thingy. And those plants are invulnerable almost. It's very hard to drive over them. The walls on the other hand are just, what's it called? Crap. We'll call them crap. They're just crap. Here I'm trying to do what I told you before, just run straight in and kill the Achilles. But I miss, and my car turns over. Hooray! And I initiate self-destruct, so I won't be able to repair it. And the self-destruct is the double L button. And here I'm getting a little bit bored, so I'm gonna do some funny stuff, which will fail quite miserably. It's gonna see when this movie 20. Okay, never mind what I said. And on the right flank, you see a Churchill. And I'm trying to flank the Churchill at this point with an 80 gun, put it somewhere in the city where it can get a good shot off. But they changed the map. In the previous you could run over those things, but I slided onto it. And for the next minute or so I will try to get out of this trouble. And the Churchill is really causing trouble for Cocksmith, I believe. So buying a Churchill was a good idea for his opponent. Yeah. Now you understand why the Japanese lost the Pacific War. They can't even. Yeah, awesome, pure awesome skill. Get them. It's so sad. So sad. So sad. It is sad, sad situation. And here are my kamikaze guys, which I've hidden. Sneaky bastards. Bastards. And here I've developed a plan. I want to oh no, I will not reveal it to you. I will tell you when you see it. And now this is micro at its best. You can't waste time like I do. And here are my 80 guys, which I finally bought to counter all his anti-tank or his light vehicles. And there my guys get spotted, so I have to run them to the priest, which I thought was standing over here. And in turn they buy an armored car, but it's standing over there, so good luck chasing that down. There's one little piggy down. That's 2 pigs down, 3 pigs, 4 pigs, and one guy who tries to hide. He will perhaps survive, we don't know. There he died. And now for the most epic part in this movie. It will be quite dramatic, so I will probably forget to say GG. So I'll just say it now. GG, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe and comment on what you want to see. And we'll just start this epic move by me. And there by Hato. The Hato is the most I tried in skirmish. It's really good accuracy, and it fires a really big rocket that annihilates most things. So that's a pretty good thing, weapon, but it's fragile. It's a giant rocket, strapped 2 more rockets in its loading bay or something, inventory. And here we see what I'm going to do. I will put this rocket guy inside the car in order to, when I actually gonna grab my opponent's artillery with this armor car, and when I grab it I will toss out that AT guy so he can shoot any light vehicles that will chase after me. It wouldn't work more or less. You can guess now what will happen. And I'm not doing this if the enemy has some great tanks or something. And about here I kill the crew of the thing, and there's an light vehicle. I accidentally run over my rocket guy, so he's not protecting me, and they're keeping fire on me. There's some shots bouncing at the screen, but I managed to get away. No, it's not over yet. I have to make it back there and beyond. Getting it is only half the way. It's getting back that's the trouble. And here I am thinking, oh, I'm safe, and I'm like, is he really gonna drive through the entire town to get me? He is. And here I don't kill it. I don't get anything killed, and I don't get anything killed there, and he kills me. Hilarious, isn't it? And now he's taken back. I'm like, oh, not gonna happen. So I just run into the artillery and unlimbers it, and then the game ends. So GG to my opponents, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe and comment. Bye bye.